It's the Wrestling Caucus. I'm Peter A.
I'm Smiley Ariaga, live from my bunker.
And today we're going to talk about WrestleMania 42. We're going to give our thoughts on the card for both nights leading up to next weekend. We're recording this on the Friday before the big weekend. Let's just start with night one. We have the Vision, Show Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight. The Vision being Logan Paul and Austin Theory.
This is like I Show Speed is probably the least cold person in this entire match. I feel like, call me crazy, I feel like everyone else in this match is like cold as ice. I don't know. Am I crazy for saying that?
I don't think you're crazy. I just think injuries kind of got in the way of this. Because if it's me, honestly, in a perfect world, it would be Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker, or
Yeah.
Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed versus the Usos for the tag team titles. Perfect world, but injuries happen. They're a fact of life in pro wrestling. So this is, the best thing they can come up with. But honestly, I think the Usos would be better served at the very least, having the tag team titles on the line. The fact that the tag team titles are not on the line, to me, it speaks to the priority of at least the men's tag team division is in WWE right now. But I will say on the bright side, and we'll talk about it later on, the women's tag team titles are featured, which is a silver lining. But I do think the Motor City Machine Guns. I don't know what's up with them. I don't know if they're hurt either, but they're not on this card. Neither are the Street Profits. I don't know if they're injured. I don't know what's going on, but I do think, like, at least on the men's side, the tag team division is just kind of fallen by the wayside heading into WrestleMania.
It's kind of sad because this is the comeback year of the Usos finally being a team again. Again, like, you know what I mean? And like, you would think that the tag team titles would be featured at Mania, but it's another multi-person thing. Like, like I don't know. And you already know how I feel about six man a lot of the time. It's a good six man is great, but this feels thrown together. And I get it because of the injuries and stuff, but it's like, damn, you could have at least just had like Austin Theory and the YouTuber versus the Usos for the titles or something like that. I don't know. It just seems like every other match involves like a celebrity of some kind, and it's usually one or two things, but it's like kind of ridiculous. It just feels that way. I don't know.
I do think that celebrities, I don't mind them, but I think the build specifically has too many of them. But I think I Show Speed has been great in his role. Danhausen cursing him, and he's legitimately freaked out about being cursed. And after he was cursed by Danhausen, he was kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time, inadvertently costing LA Knight matches. And he was thrown into this tag team match that he was reluctantly thrown into this match by Austin Theory and Logan Paul. He doesn't want to go through this match because it's the Usos. And I think I Show Speed has been selling this amazing, and he's been very entertaining in this role. But honestly, again, my dream tag team WrestleMania match is the Usos and Motor City Machine Guns, but that's not happening. But I think at least I Show Speed and the Usos, LA Knight are making the best. Everyone involved here is making the best out of a situation, but I can't say like I'm super excited about this match though.
Yeah, like I do agree with you. Between the YouTubers in this match, I like I Show Speed so much better. Like, and like honestly, thinking about it, wouldn't it be hilarious if he just had I Show Speed versus Danhausen? And if I Show Speed wins, the curse is lifted. That'd be so much better. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I honestly like that better than this match. But I don't know. I guess the Usos should win. I guess like the Usos and LA Knight.
I don't want to see Logan Paul and Austin Theory. I mean, it's not for the tag titles, but it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, I
I don't
guess
know.
I just hope this is a one and done and we can just move on.
You can only pray with them. You
Yeah.
can only pray with WWE and TKO. Just make it
Jacob,
quick.
yeah. Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre, unsanctioned match. And I'm kind of, I can't say I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that this would be one of the matches that's going to simulcast on ESPN on night one, along with Division and the Usos. Because this is unsanctioned, right? So like in theory and in storyline, I guess like an unsanctioned match is a match WWE wants nothing to do with it, but this is a match like they're highlighting. They want people to um, they want people to tune into this, so hopefully that leads them to buy the show, which is kind of
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah,
'Cause, on one hand, I can't. I guess from years of conditioning, I can't help but look at this as a pre-show match because of its placement. You know, it would be nice if Drew was on the card, like actually on the show, because this guy just lost the WWE title.
no, this is
And
not the
he's facing.
pre-show. This is not a pre-show match. This is the main card.
Oh, okay. I misinterpreted. Okay. Oh, okay. If then that's the case, then I have no problem with this match. Not at all. I have no problem with this match if that's the case. I thought it was a pre-show match because I read it on the card, but okay.
No,
I
it's
mean,
gonna the first two matches of night one and night two are gonna be on proper, well, not proper, but like regular ESPN cable channels. So the idea is that if people
oh,
watch these matches and they're into it, they want to sign up. They'll want to sign up for the ESPN app to watch the rest of the WrestleMania card.
okay. Okay,
Yeah,
I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, you see, that would be so much cooler if you weren't already paying for Netflix monthly. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of money, but like honestly, that's a pretty good idea. Like,
yeah. It is because ESPN. When you think about ESPN, right? This is a mainstream sports outlet. And I remember growing up watching ESPN, they would mention wrestling and they would just talk down towards it and disrespect it, even though they would air AWA shows from years past on ESPN. But the mainstream sports world was never super accepting for wrestling, but it seems like everything's come full circle now, which is really cool. But yeah, I think that Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu, they're gonna beat the living crap out of each other. It's gonna be, I don't know, super violent, but it will be violent to an extent, at least WWE levels of violent, given that it's unsanctioned. Um, but yeah, I hope Jacob Fatu wins strongly because I have high hopes for him, and I'm sure WWE does as well. Hopefully, next year's WrestleMania, he's in some sort of title match.
yeah, I mean, honestly, that's what I said last year. But like, I, yeah, I would like to see, since Drew is a former champion, Fatu beating a former champion definitely puts him in running for the world title.
Sure,
Logically, at least.
sure, yeah.
Like,
I don't see why not,
I would hope
because
so.
Randy Orton and or Cody needs opponents for the summer, right? So why not?
Yeah, yeah, they need opponents. Yikes, they need opponents. Oh, geez. We'll get there. We'll get to that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
Stephanie Vaquer and the Women's Royal Rumble winner, Liv Morgan, for the Women's World Championship. Now, when you think of a match that kind of needs this, I shouldn't say it doesn't need a stipulation, but just watching the TV and the build to this match, they've been just brawling all over the place. This would have called for like a last man standing match, but again, maybe they're building. Maybe this will be a multiple match series or something. I don't know.
You see, I don't mind stipulations, but, I've talked about this before. With the abundance of all these stipulations, one of the most refreshing things I found about the John Cena tribute show was how many different matches there were without stipulations. And Obafemi and Cody, that was a match with no stipulations. And it was pretty violent. Like, you know what I mean? It was violent in the natural way. How Cody started bleeding from the ear when Oba did that crazy elbow off the announce table. Like, I don't know. I guess you can be violent and vicious in a wrestling match without a stipulation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Bret Hart and Steve Austin was a submission match.
Yeah.
And they had like an ECW style match. It was brilliant nonetheless. But yeah, I get your point. But yeah, I don't think this match like needs one. But if this did have one, it would make complete sense. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I definitely see like Stephanie Vaquer and Liv Morgan being like basically just on the story and how this is built up. This is like a pro wrestling match. You know what I mean? Like a standard pro
and
wrestling match. Yeah.
because back here we've seen her. Her ground game is my favorite thing about her. She can literally work a great match. And the only time she goes in the turnbuckle is to do her finish. That's it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. And you know, it's like Liv Morgan kind of works more like a luchador, which is kind of ironic, seeing where Stephanie Vaquer comes from.
I mean, she probably learned some things from her boyfriend Dominic, so that actually makes sense. I kind of like that. So I'm looking forward to this match.
Yeah, me
Like
too. I'm
this
a
is
huge,
one
yeah,
match
God.
they haven't really tainted. No, sorry. Yeah, this is one match they haven't really like tainted with any silly stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No,
You know,
I don't think
not
so
yet.
either.
Not yet. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
yeah,
You know, like a few months ago, I would have thought, yeah, Liv Morgan should win this because she was getting really hot before she got hurt, and the Judgment Day was kind of floundering without her. Let's be honest. You know, Dominic and Finn
right. Yeah,
Balor, they
yeah.
did the best that they could, but the group is just kind of just whatever now. So with with this match, I can go either way. If it's me, I would keep the title on Stephanie, so you can kind of keep, you know, you kind of like, so Naomi when she comes back, boom.
Yeah, keep
That's
Nikki
just
Bella
yeah,
away.
yeah. Oh,
Keep Nikki Bella away. Naomi, yes, but keep Nikki Bella away, please, God, please, please,
yeah.
God.
Naomi versus Stephanie would be something whenever Naomi comes back. Next we got AJ and Becky Lynch Intercontinental title. The original setup for this match, I didn't love, mostly because like AJ got so many definitive wins over Becky. Like it was almost like to the point where I don't really need to see this match. However, I feel like in the lead up to WrestleMania, I think Becky and AJ really got me interested in it. It feels like a big deal. The crowd seems to be totally behind it, and yeah, I don't know. AJ winning to me clearly makes the most sense. I would get the most out of her comeback because who knows how long she's gonna do this for. So I'd say she beats Becky and then drops the title to like a promising rising star, like Sol Ruka or whoever they want to push a young person
I
or
was just
yeah,
thinking about her. I was just thinking about her.
yeah.
My only problem with the build up to this match, I think you already know. My only real problem was the fact that the champion challenged the challenger.
Honestly, I don't love those two, but here I don't really have a huge problem with because both of these guys are they're both of these gals rather, they are established stars, and they've never really faced before in their, you know, at least in AJ's first iteration, and they're both two different. At least Becky is completely different. Like AJ was already super over by when she left, but Becky Lynch became, in AJ's absence, the biggest star in the company. She's not the biggest star in the company now. She's definitely one of, but AJ probably feels, at least, you know, she probably owes it to herself to beat one of the biggest stars on the women's side in WWE right now. So I don't really have a problem with that. I did have a problem with Rhea Ripley and Charlotte because she was a champion and because Rhea was on the come up and Charlotte was established. And I don't
Yeah,
know.
that was
It was
weird.
a little weird the way they did that early in 2020, not when they wrestled in 2023, because that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
brilliant. But early on, I thought it was weird. But I don't know. I'm not too. I don't have like a huge problem with the champion challenging a challenger if the challenger is somebody formidable.
Yeah, like this is. I guess this is different. When you put it that way, this is kind of different. I kind of wish they presented it as sensical as you're making it sound. Because the way you're making it sound, like, wow, that makes total sense. But I don't know. I felt like
Maybe it's wishful thinking.
you're
Maybe
like,
it's wishful thinking on my end.
yeah, like, yeah, they'll do something nonsensical and then you describe it. But you see, it'll make sense if they did it that way. But it's fine. I mean, I'm so excited for this match. Like, I love AJ Lee. I think I really loved. I'm glad there's going to be another one-on-one between them. I'm very looking forward to it. It'll be definitely be better than the last one, I hope.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think this would be. Yeah, I hope. It seems like on TV, it's like okay, this feels like a big deal, but I'm curious to see where they're gonna go after that, because yeah, AJ could probably just beat her clean, or someone interferes, or hopefully not too much. If someone's gonna interfere, hopefully like it sets up something down the line. But right now, I kind of see AJ winning.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I can also see it going the other way in case she wants to like take a break or something like that. But like, yeah, I guess it depends on how long she wants to do this. So like, I feel like there are other people she could definitely wrestle after she beats Becky Lynch, like for sure. Like,
Yeah,
I would like to see her and Bailey run it back because that Raw match was awesome.
yeah, that would be good. Or Lyra. But
Oh
I'm
yeah.
more so looking to like whoever they're gonna call up on the women's side from NXT to challenge either AJ or Becky. Um, but yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely interested. Um, Fatal 4-Way tag match for the women's tag team championship. We have the Irresistible Forces, Nia Jackson, Lash Legend versus Charlotte and Alexa Bliss versus Becky and Lyra versus the Bella Twins.
Oh god.
I think this match would be better served as just as quick and to the point. Just do the big moves and get out of there.
This is busy as hell. This is busy. Oh my god. Like, I can't. Like, I mean, you know how I feel about multi-person tag matches. We're trying to establish a tag team championship. Let's have every tag team in there. I was like, all right, why not just have 2-on-2? What's wrong with that?
I'd be
I don't know.
okay. Yeah, I honestly, I would be okay if this was Tornado. To me, if more than two tag teams, it should be Tornado automatically. My opinion.
It might as well be.
Nia Jackson, Lash Legend have definitely grown on me because they're just two big gals throwing people around. They're not doing much, which is fine. Because they're not like 60-minute Iron Man people. Which is okay. You don't have to be. Batista definitely wasn't, but he did his thing. Whatever he did well, and he had a lot of charisma. So again, as long as you don't go past a certain time, just don't go past like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, and you're golden. But yeah, I don't know. I for this one, who's this? Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. They're the
Yeah.
champions. Bailey and Lyra. I guess I could see that. To kind of make up for last year because Bailey was kind of removed from that match. But yeah, I don't know. This could be anyone's ball game, to be honest.
I agree with you. Quicker the better. Quicker the better. Just,
Yeah, yeah, I think in theory, maybe the Bellas are on a comeback. Maybe they'll win and have a little run. I don't know.
no, please, no more, please. We had enough. We've had it. I've had enough. I don't know everyone else feels, but I've had enough. I just can't do it. Another one, another run. Oh, jeez. And I'm actually starting to like the women's tag division too.
Yeah, yeah, me too. But I honestly, I kind of, if you're gonna put the belt on someone, I kind of see the Bella Twins because they're getting a lot of outside media attention. Like like Angie Martinez interviewed the Bella Twins, and I don't think I've ever seen her interview a wrestler. I'm sure she has probably, but it's pretty rare. So I don't
I
know.
just wish it was a good one. I just wish it was a good one. Like, I don't know. Like, God, interview Becky Lynch or something. But geez.
If the Bella Twins win, I could definitely. This is what I want to see. If the Bella Twins win, literally at the next pay per view at Backlash, Lash Legend and Nia Jax just utterly destroy them. And
That
just
would be nice.
yeah, I would like to see that. So I would go with
Like
the Bella Twins
evil.
to I would go with the Bella Twins to win just to see them get destroyed.
I mean, that would be great. But why can't that happen at WrestleMania?
Sure,
Who are
yeah,
the champions now?
it could happen. No, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, the Irresistible Forces could win. That's another possibility. But I'm just saying, if the Bellas do get a big win at WrestleMania and they get all the media attention they want at the next pay per view, here come Nia Jackson, Lash Legend, out for blood.
Just flatten them with like a pancake
Yes,
roller.
exactly.
Like make pancakes out of them. Like they have to scrape them off the ring. I would love that. That would be great. Quick as possible,
Yeah.
as fast as possible. But jeez.
Moving on
Well,
to Seth Rollins and Gunther. This match definitely is kind of thrown together, but I'm kind
oh
of fine
yeah,
with it because you know what Gunther and you know what Seth Rollins can do. They don't need Seth Rollins versus Gunther needs no build up. You know they're gonna just knock it out of the park. I don't know. I honestly think that Gunther should have been on a title match in this show, but I don't know if he can. As long as he doesn't lose, if he wins and he gets a title match at least by SummerSlam or something, I'd be okay with that. But something's got to give because you can't just beat Goldberg and beat John Cena, beat AJ Styles, and then nothing happens.
yeah. Because like honestly, I mean, it was definitely thrown together, but in the right way, because you could tell what they were doing before was like, what the hell is happening? What the hell is going on?
Yeah,
And
with
then next week I saw Gunther tune in. I'm like, oh, thank God. Okay, thank God. Good. It's a wrestling show again. Good.
yeah, because
but
the
oof,
the the
man.
freaking the Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman thing was just ridiculous. It's kind of it was a little aimless there for a sec.
Oh man,
But
it
I'm
was
glad
like,
Gunther saved the day.
yeah, by choking Seth Rollins out.
Yeah.
When I saw him, I'm like, oh, thank God, thank Christ, or
Yeah.
thank Gunther. At this point, Jesus Christ, man. Oof.
Yeah. Seth Rollins doesn't need to win here. He could just get killed by
No.
Gunther. It's fine. He'll live.
Well, yeah, he'll win.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, like Gunther is kind of the new legend killer, and Seth is a legend pretty much at this
Yeah.
point, isn't he?
100%. Undisputed WWE Championship match. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton with Pat McAfee. Now,
Oh fuck.
Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, they go back 20 years. I remember I watched Cody's first match on Raw 20 years ago. His first program was with Randy Orton and his dad. They go back a long way. Legacy, and they had some matches right before Cody left during the Authority era, and it was great. It was definitely one of the most memorable matches during that time period. These guys have a built-in story, and Cody became a superstar, leaving WWE and starting AEW and coming back and everything. You have a built-in easy story here, but WWE and the powers that be, they salivate over outside attention. So let's throw an unnecessary monkey wrench in this by adding in Pat McAfee. I don't
Okay,
know.
you want to know
I
where
just
your
don't know.
outside attention? You want to know where your outside attention was already freaking coming from? Randy Orton. People I know who don't watch wrestling know Randy Orton. This is a feud that literally sold itself. How many episodes have we been doing of this show where I was like, okay, Randy and Cody, it's got to be Randy and Cody, and we finally get it. But no, we have to make this a little stupid. We have to make this just a little stupid. Like, and this guy I know from that promo that he cut on SmackDown that he does not watch this show because he was like, oh, you got all these 60-man Iron Man matches happening every week. The last Iron Man match I saw was MJF versus Bryan Danielson.
Pat McAfee probably watches the show. The people, they're brilliant writers. Some of them probably
Yeah.
don't know what's going on, don't
Nope.
understand, and just are just completely out of touch with their business. I think Ari Emanuel is completely out of touch with WWE because the reason why The Rock was involved in that Elimination Chamber storyline with John Cena turning heel against Cody was because he felt like Elimination Chamber's tickets weren't selling well. But like that wasn't true at all. WWE had
It was
no problem
filled. It was
selling
packed.
tickets. Yeah, like they had no problem selling tickets at that point. They were not. They don't have problems selling tickets now. The problem is that things are too fucking expensive and there's real shit going on in the world. And also, and when you look at WrestleMania, right? WrestleMania has historically a large international presence. People from all over the goddamn world go to WrestleMania, wherever it is. right? Honestly, like the way this country is now, people from other countries are not exactly welcome here. It's going to be very hard for them to get into this country, right? And on
Yeah,
top of that, economic situations. But again, if you want Pat McAfee involved in WWE, no problem. I have no problem because you know why? Okay, he's on ESPN every day. WWE has a relationship with ESPN. Fine. Put him back at the commentator's desk. Hell, have him, do some backstage interviews. Something.
yeah, like yeah. You see, backstage interviews I would like, but here's the thing, right? They're looking for a host, and they're talking about I think having John Cena as the host, a guy who just retired into the sunset, a perfect retirement, and like you're already bringing him back. I mean, if you want people to host your show, why not have Stephanie McMahon or Pat McAfee? Like, instead of involving them in storylines they don't need to be involved in.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't think Pat McAfee is going to get, I don't know, whoever you want to watch the show to watch the show. If that makes sense. You're not going to get super, super mainstream attention off of him. You're just not. And it just makes the whole storyline confusing because you had a layup. You know what this was? You know what this was? It was like Shaq holding you up to a basket, like within centimeters from the basket, and you're able to just like drop the ball in the basket. That's what it was. It was
Literally,
easy. It was easy.
literally.
But now we just muddy the waters by getting corporate. Like, why are we bringing back like authority figures again? This is what this is.
You
I
know what
don't
should
know.
happen on Raw? You know what should happen tonight on SmackDown? I won't be able to see it, but you know what should happen tonight on SmackDown? Randy, they should do the best pivot of all time, and Randy should cut a heartfelt promo. Pat, I know all the naysayers are saying you shouldn't be a part of this, but buddy, I'm happy you're a part of this. And then they hug. Pat almost cries, and Randy RKO's him out of his ass. And he's like, "Fuck you! I don't need you. I'm gonna take that title by myself." That would basically make him a babyface, but honestly, at this point, like, like, come on, man, like, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but honestly, despite all of this mess that's happening, I'm still very excited about this match. Cody and Randy Orton,
It's gonna
they
be
have yet to
great.
have anything a bad match. They have yet to have a bad match. They're just brilliant together. They have so much chemistry together. It's damn near impossible to screw this up.
I don't know. I don't know. I listen. They are miraculous when it comes to screwing things up that don't need. Like, I look back, John Cena's heel run should have been awesome. Should have been really good. All he had to do was just tweak certain things, and they found a way to fuck that up. So listen, I want this match to be great, and I'm so excited for it because Randy's been on fire. Like, and but I don't know. It's just they're not giving me a lot of faith. I have faith in Randy and Cody. I just want to have faith in their creative, which is, usual par for the course for modern wrestling nowadays.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold reservations until, after the final bell rings. Um, but it just shows you, we'll talk about CM Punk later. It
Oh
just shows
yeah.
you how amazing Cody and Punk are in their role. They're able to just get people behind them, whatever they say, given a nonsensical situation. Like they know how to make chicken salad out of chicken
Yeah.
shit. There's a lot of things that's a skill that like it takes time to learn. And it takes passion for, your business to be able to do something like that. You know, um, yeah, so hats off to them for doing that. Like those promos they cut, they were great. They were kind of counterproductive in a way because now it's like, who are you wrestling? Is Cody and Punk
Yeah.
wrestling Pat McAfee? It's a
We're
little confusing.
gonna wrestle TKO. We're gonna wrestle a TKO
Yeah,
segment.
you're fighting your bosses. Like, it's a little weird, but anyway, they did a great job of what they did, and I don't know. I'm still excited for both of their matches anyway. So I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
Randy's amazing and Cody is great. So look, I have no doubt that this match will be, if this match sucks, I will be baffled. I will be baffled if this match sucks. Because I know these two are Randy's one of the best workers in the business and Cody's awesome. So I'm sure this match will be great, but it's just damn, like what the hell with the build up? That's the only problem, really.
Yeah. And the build-up was largely fine until they threw the Pat McAfee wrench into this.
Yeah, Randy was losing his mind. It was awesome. It was great. I mean, they tried to get Jelly Roll involved, which is like, oh Jesus, that
Oh,
was the
that's
first step.
another one. Oh, that's
Oh
another one.
God,
That's another one.
Jesus,
You know what's
my
funny?
God.
I have a good friend and she loves Jelly Roll. So I asked her, "What if I told you that Jelly Roll was going to be involved in WWE? Would you want to watch WWE?" She was like, "No."
I, I have a good friend who's a big Post Malone fan, and she calls Jelly Roll Most Malone because he's basically Post Malone, but larger.
Huh. So but anyway, even though I took a single sample, survey from one person, and they didn't give a shit. So I can
No,
imagine what other folks who like Jelly Roll, because I don't really know anyone who likes Jelly Roll, who listen to his
no,
music
no,
and they're gonna watch him be involved with WWE. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. But
no one, no Jelly Roll fan is going to be like, "What the hell is a WWE?"
they're not gonna watch it. There's not no. I don't know. All right, let's move on to
Maybe
night
he'll come
two.
and save the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Night two, Obafemi, Brock Lesnar. And this is one of the matches that's going to air on ESPN on night two.
Oh wow.
That's brilliant to me. These two, like a young star versus a well established, one of the most well known combat sport athletes ever in Brock Lesnar. This is kudos to WWE for doing this because in years past they would not have done this so quickly with someone that's not established going up against Lesnar. Because you remember 10 years ago, John Moxley and Lesnar.
Oh
Oh my
God.
God, that was a
Don't worry,
disaster.
buddy. Don't worry, buddy. It's all taken care of, buddy. And then look what happened. Jesus Christ.
But I don't think that's gonna.
Wow.
This is another level because Brock has been bumping for Obafemi. I've never seen him bump for anyone like this since like maybe Big Show, Undertaker, or like Triple H,
Styles.
maybe AJ Styles.
Styles
Yeah,
and
oh, you're right.
Danielson.
You're right. Yeah,
Even Finn. Even Finn. Their match was great too.
right. Yeah,
People forget
that's
that.
true.
Yeah. Like when he likes you, he'll do right by you. He must like Obafemi.
Obafemi has to win this. There's
Yeah. Like
no
there's
there's
no.
no other way. Yeah, no. No. Because Brock,
Now,
if
if Obafemi loses, he has the right to wait in the parking lot for Lesnar. Like honestly, just dude, come on, man. Like he has to win. Like come on.
not Brock Lesnar, maybe Ari Emanuel. He's a top heel now, apparently.
Oh Jesus! Oh God!
Yeah, because I SummerSlam is in Minnesota this year, right? So if you want to have Brock have some big match there, he doesn't need protecting because he's Brock Lesnar. He can lose to a young star, and you can still have a big match with Brock for SummerSlam, and no harm, no foul.
I just get nervous because before Cody lost to Cena, John Cena was taking Crossroads every week. You know what I mean? And like, so when I saw Lesnar bump for Obafemi, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. But at the same time, like, oh God, I hope Oba wins. He's already got eliminated from the Royal Rumble by Lesnar, so he deserves to at least win at WrestleMania.
Yeah, yeah, I'm hoping the right call is for Oba to win. All right, so here's a match that had almost no buildup, but it doesn't need a buildup. Six-pack ladder match for the Intercontinental title, the men's Intercontinental title. We have Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio. Now, Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio. These guys are the foundation of this match. These are the guys that are going to give you some memorable moments here. Rusev is great for power to like throw Rey Mysterio around, throw Dragon Lee around, put somebody through a ladder. But the Javon Evans is definitely going to have a Shelton Benjamin moment here. But As
I
far as
pray
who,
for him. I do.
yeah, he's gonna do a cutter off the ladder, but it's WrestleMania. This is when you do all that stuff. I don't know. Like, I think Penta should win. I think Penta has a lot of momentum now. Um, he should be champion for a while. If you want Javon Evans to be IC champion, I could see that happening. Hell, if he wins at WrestleMania, I wouldn't be mad at it. But I think Penta is a little hot, too hot right now, to kind of like not cool him off, but take the belt off of him now. But again, if you want to put the belt on Javon Evans, hey, I wouldn't be I don't be mad at that. But like Penta's like more ready and established. He's a great talker. He's fantastic worker, super charismatic, super over. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
It should be either Javon or Penta because I don't like when people play hot potato with. I mean, he has been IC champion for a little bit, you know. So I don't mind him retaining would not be a bad thing, but Javon Evans winning would also not be a bad thing. I can't think of anyone else who should be winning this match other than those two. It'll be weird if Rusev won. That'd be kind of weird. Well, because they haven't really been putting him on a pedestal lately. So
No.
it's either Penta or Javon Evans, honestly.
Honestly, if Rey Mysterio won and you want to do Rey Mysterio and Penta, and then Penta wins it back from Rey Mysterio, I would
Oh,
not be
I
mad at
mean,
that.
hell, even if you had Penta win and have Rey Mysterio challenge him afterwards, that would still be great. You could still do that.
Yeah, you could
If
because
Penta wins.
Italy is coming up in late May, the big Italy show. So they're going to want a big match for that. So that could be one of them.
Oh, hell yeah. So,
Yeah.
no, like, if Penta wins, you can still do Rey Mysterio Pentagon. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you can
That's
still
like
do it.
generational.
Yeah. All right, we got the WWE Women's Championship match. We got Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. This one is interesting. Jade Cargill going in as champion. If she wasn't going in as champion, I would say Jade wins. But even so, Jade should still win because she's got her new group established with the former Mia Yim, Michin, and BFAB. So I think Jade needs to be a winner in order for us to take her group seriously. So yeah, I'd say Jade Cargill wins. And Rhea Ripley's established. So Jade beating Rhea gives Jade more credibility as champion.
Yeah, like, Rhea doesn't need to win again at WrestleMania. She has multiple WrestleMania wins. So, yeah, I think Jade needs this more than Rhea, for sure. Definitely. Hell, even this is another person who you can have Naomi challenge when she comes back as Jade Cargill.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But in that
Like,
regard, Jade would still have to win in my opinion, even though Naomi has
exactly.
gotten herself over with her, proceed with caution thing. Uh Jade is someone that they obviously have high hopes for. Um or else they wouldn't have made her champion so soon. So I'd say Jade wins and is champion for a little while.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, and plus, it keeps her getting better the more she works with a lot of different people. Being champion,
Yeah,
you
that's
work with a lot
true.
of different people, and hopefully you get better. So, I mean, she hasn't done a springboard in a while, so that's good.
Yeah. Sami Zayn, Trick Williams, US Championship. Now, man, you want to talk about a guy who's getting a lot of mainstream press? I see Trick Williams all over ESPN. He's doing New York radio. He's on various podcasts. Um, like you don't need so many. Luckily, when you look at the card, the whole card for WrestleMania this year, it's not fully loaded with celebrities, but I do think the build up has featured a little too much celebrities. But Trick Williams is a guy that has all the tools. All the tools. Is he a little green in the ring? Absolutely. But he's got everything else. And he's working with the likes of Sami Zayn. You know?
Yeah,
If you don't get good by working with Sami Zayn, you're in the wrong business.
exactly. Because Sammy is one of the best. So it is another situation where Trick Williams should definitely win, but I do wish Sami Zayn was champion for longer because it will need more for Trick Williams to win. But honestly, it's still going to be good if Trick Williams wins because he's red hot right now. So
Yep. Him
like
beating Sami Zayn would mean a lot for him.
it does because Sami's amazing. So I'm very looking. I mean this was kind of the feud from the get go in a way. So this actually has had a long build. So I'm okay with. I'm definitely looking forward to this match for sure.
Yeah. Like honestly, like this would have been a good match to air on ESPN because that whoop that trick thing is huge. You know, imagine someone that doesn't really watch WWE that stumbles upon ESPN and they hear the whole crowd chanting "whoop that trick." This very charismatic black man walking down. It's like, who is this guy? He's really cool. Like this guy's awesome. I see him as like being a guy that will cross over into the mainstream eventually.
Hell yeah! If they let him breathe and let him and do it right and don't put him in dumb shit, yeah, hell yeah. If they don't
Yeah.
hinder this, yeah, I definitely see him going very far. I like Trick Williams a lot. He's
Yeah.
he's hilariously charismatic.
Yeah.
Every time I look at lemon pepper wings, I think of Trick Williams. Honestly, his lemon pepper.
That's a good. Well, Wingstop is one of the WWE sponsors, so hopefully we get some Trick Williams wings for WrestleMania.
No, as long as they don't as long as they don't make him wear Wingstop trunks, because they go too far with that shit sometimes. They
Yeah.
do. They had the Viking Raiders dress up like they were in a mobile game. Remember last year? Remember that?
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Exactly. So as long as they let it breathe and do it right, I have a lot of hope in Trick Williams. I still do.
All right. The Demon Finn Balor, the Demon's back versus Dominic
Oh,
Mysterio. Hopefully this puts an end to Judgment Day.
yeah, and actually puts Finn back as a babyface running for in world title situations because he deserves no less than that at this point. Like he's proven time and time again, despite whatever position they put him in, that he can hang with everybody.
Yeah.
He's a guy that you want to hang with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And honestly, I don't even think he needs to be in the. I mean, if he was, I'm not complaining. No complaints here. But I can imagine him and Penta doing a few matches together. And even though like it'll be for the Intercontinental title or something, these guys may steal the show. Like whoever is the world champion is gonna have to outdo whatever Finn Balor and Penta would do. Because I think they can make magic.
No, Dominic. Him and Dominic.
No, I'm saying no in the future.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like down the line, a Penta and Finn Balor program.
I mean, yeah, like Balor, because Balor is a legend. Dominic is one of the best heels in the business. I'm very excited for this match.
Yeah, me too.
Very excited.
I would be, I'd be okay with, I'd be okay with Danhausen getting involved in this match if he doesn't, if they don't end up doing Miz versus Danhausen, which I would be so happy if they did that. Oh my God, the stuff that they've been doing together, just genius.
Miz versus Danhausen.
The Miz and oh my God, the Miz and Danhausen, they've been so goddamn funny. So, of course, like the Miz is so good. Of course, he understands Danhausen, like him, because he's just like, this guy is just ridiculous. Like him getting so pissed off at everything that is Danhausen is the funniest thing ever. It's so good.
Like,
anyway, yeah, go ahead.
I would love to see. A match between them is great. Put Danhausen on the card. Just put him on the card, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Finn Balor, Dominic. Honestly, I gotta say Finn because you don't bring out the demon to lose. In my opinion.
No.
Yeah.
No, because they did that with Edge, and I didn't like that. I did not like that.
Yeah,
Remember
I don't know.
how they had him lose to Edge at Hell in a Cell? Remember that?
I was there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Finn Balor should win. He needs to reclaim his place as a main event babyface because honestly, the Judgment Day has run its course.
Yeah.
Like,
Um, Main event time. We got CM Punk Roman for the world title. Now, this before the Pat McAfee of it all, there's been some things about this CM Punk and Roman Reigns program that I didn't like.
I think I know what it is already.
CM Punk mentioning Roman's dead father, Roman's Roman calling him old. It's like, guys, this is a match that's like it's easy. It's a layup. You guys have history. Roman Reigns debuted with CM Punk. You know, CM Punk was the brainchild of the Shield. You know, like there's a lot of history there. When CM Punk was in AEW, Roman Reigns did interviews saying how much he doesn't like him, but he'll work with him. So there's like, you know, there's animosity there, be it worked or real. It's believable. You know, you don't. Why do we have to go to the lowest common denominator for this program? That's a layup again, another layup. Now it doesn't
Yeah.
ruin it. It didn't ruin it because these guys are so good. They're so good. They're so captivating that the little bullshit that they've been throwing into the build to this match does not ruin it for me.
You see, him mentioning his dad was crazy, but at the same time, that I didn't have too big of a problem with that because it tied into the idea. Because the argument is that Punk was like, I brought you into this business. I brought the Shield in. And Roman is trying to prove him wrong, right? That makes sense. And hell, even mentioning his father, well, they could have done it a different way. Makes sense. The whole thing about him being old, they're only 6 fucking years apart. And Roman has gray in his hair.
Yeah,
Like, what
it's
the fuck is
stupid.
this?
It's not
Yeah.
believable. You have a believable story, then you add shit that no one's gonna buy. And but the dead dad thing is like you could talk about their history by not saying I'm gonna bury you with your dead father. That's something MJF would say. Or that's something
Yeah,
straight edge society
exactly.
CM Punk would say.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. If Punk was the heel going into this, I mean, you know how they like to do the whole tweet. Every other person's a fucking tweeter now, which is so lame.
Yeah, but
But
with CM Punk, it's with someone like CM Punk and Roman Reigns, that's definitely believable.
yeah,
Those guys can walk a fine line.
yeah. You see, like, here's the thing, right? I feel like the argument should have been this. Okay, so CM Punk, right? He says, "Oh, Roman, I brought you and the Shield into this business," and Roman could have been like, "Oh, really? Because you brought in Dean, you brought in Seth, but you didn't want me, did you? You wanted Chris Hero, didn't you? Right? Because that's true. I think I remember reading that he originally wanted Chris Hero instead of
Right.
Roman.
Yeah.
Roman could have brought that up. So Roman could have been like, "You never believed in me in the first place, and look how he worked out. Look how I worked out."
Yeah, and then CM Punk can throw in the Nepo baby stuff like he did last week, which was good.
There we
Which
go.
it was good. It was
Yeah.
easy. You didn't have to go to the that's my point. Like you don't have to go to the bottom of the barrel. There's already a built-in storyline with these guys. Again, another layup that whomever is back there, the genius is back there just doesn't see. Or they see it and they're like, we have to throw in some extra bullshit, even though you don't.
No, because these people are probably TV writers, and they want to do like the freaking melodramatic crap, and it's like not even the good TV writing. Like
You're
just
right.
the melodramatic stuff that will make people go ooh, you know what I mean? Like,
You're
it's
right.
so lame.
It's true, but I did think that the CM Punk promo on Raw when he talked about the ticket price and everything, very well done.
Hell yeah.
But the problem is, he did. The thing is, again, what I was saying earlier, CM Punk is so good. He is a brilliant talker. He's so good. He made it the first half about Roman Reigns because he's like, we gotta sell tickets to this thing. We have WrestleMania in a couple weeks. Then he's like, all right, Pat wants to talk about the product today. Well, he's bringing him down a peg, right? And talking about the ticket prices and the corporate overlords or what have you, which is fine. But then it's like, who is your opponent? It's Roman Reigns, but it's also Ari Manuel. It just muddies the waters just a little bit. But I thought the way Punk did it, I thought it was all well done. And at the end of the day, I'm still interested in CM Punk and Roman Reigns. I think it's going to be great, but I don't know. It has a lot of it has a lot of pivots that it didn't need to have.
That's kind of the theme for this WrestleMania, where it's just like, even the good stuff that they have, how can we just put our little stain on it? How can we just dip this in bullshit a little bit? Like sprinkle in some bullshit sprinkles on everywhere. You know what I mean? You can't just let something be and grow naturally. You have to put I'm so excited for this match. This is another match. I've been waiting, and they haven't butchered this as much as they butchered Cody and Randy, which, like I said, tonight they can still correct. They can still correct that tonight if they wanted to, but I don't know. I think they're going to double down because that's what they also do. But I'm very excited for CM Punk and Roman Reigns. This is a match that's been brewing for a long time. A long time. He wrestled Moxley in AEW, which was one of Moxley's best matches. That God tier feud he had with Seth. That's right next to him and McIntyre, and now he's wrestling Roman. This should be incredible. So I have no doubt this match will be great, but it's just like, dude, there's some things that you just chop off of here. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah. But the thing is, when I look at this card, right, especially on paper, despite the overbooking in some of the matches and the celebrity involvement, the card looks great on paper. Like I'm excited to see it. Like they didn't ruin anything for me.
No.
I think that's the one takeaway here. Like none of this stuff. Yeah, they're doing a little overbooking, but there's been some AEW shows that have had some overbooking, and then you watch the show and it's like the pay per view. You're like, oh, that was good, but that doesn't mean. Hopefully, there's a lesson learned here that if you have magic already built, let it be. That's it.
You see, one thing I will give to WWE, at least they try to learn from their past mistakes. Sometimes AEW tends to double down and be like, well, we got our audience. Hopefully WWE will learn from this, whatever mistakes they're making. I hope. You can only be optimistic about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, again, but it's funny, like I'm watching the build to Dynasty, and I know for a fact Double or Nothing, say what you want about Tony Khan. He's relying on his people that he brought to the dance, right? WWE,
Yeah.
as much as they have a lot of, they have a lot of stars, and it's definitely from a perception wise, WWE's definitely rehabbed themselves over the last like 5-6 years or so. AEW is coming out of PR disasters, and they've rehabbed themselves as well. But
It hasn't been one in a while.
yeah, I just think that I just hope that they know that they have a lot of great talent, and there's a lot of people that are over. It's not like it's one or two. There's a lot of people, and you have the future. You have Obafemi, Trick Williams. You have a lot of future stars here. I just hope that they
Yeah.
focus on that. We don't need to look. If they do another show in Puerto Rico and Bad Bunny's available, bring him. Bring him. But
Literally, he should have been the only. Yeah, finish.
no, I was just saying, like, again, one of the most important wrestling shows that I've ever seen ever was that Puerto Rico Backlash from 2023. If anyone has not seen that, go out of your way to watch that. That show was outstanding. So I am not against outside forces coming in to contribute to WWE, but I just think WWE just keeps try to dip into that well, and there's a lot of talent that you can help build from the ground up to get them to that level. So those people would want to come get involved in WWE and try to be a part of what WWE and pro wrestling is cooking. I don't know.
No, you're exactly right. And honestly, I'm glad you brought up Bad Bunny because, like, we talk about like how YouTube stars can go one or two ways. Show Speed, he's not gifted like Bad Bunny, but I can tell Bad Bunny The reason why, like, if you watch that Puerto Rico show and you've never seen WWE in a while, you would think that Bad Bunny's the biggest star in the company. Because, like, the way he carried himself, he had respect for the business and he cared. It wasn't just like, oh, this is just a thing I'm doing. It was a thing he was doing, but he really put his, like, if you've seen him in any movie he's been in the past 5 years, he cares about everything he does. He was in Bullet Train. It was one of the best things about that movie. He was in a really great movie I saw this year, like a baseball and like Hitman theme. He was incredible in it. Like, Bad Bunny cares about everything he does. And if there was any YouTuber I wish would come back, it wouldn't be Logan Paul. It would be Bad Bunny. Or, he's not a YouTuber, an outside force, an outside star.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I just don't want wrestling to become like boxing now. It's not anywhere near that. Wrestling still has its integrity intact, but boxing now is a sideshow act right now.
Just like wrestling, when it comes to boxing, one thing boxing and wrestling have in common right now, at least from my perspective, the women are carrying it.
Oh, well, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, in wrestling, in both AEW and WWE, a lot of times the women have the best shit sometimes. Hell, and in boxing, you have Amanda Serrano, you have Caressa Shields, you have Franchon Cruz. Boxing is being kind of carried by women. There are like main event cards that were women are headlined. That didn't happen years ago. Like, ever since Christy Martin and Leigh Ali. So that's one thing wrestling and boxing I've noticed have in common. A lot of the women are killing it right now.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But the thing is, like, the matches that get the marquee for Netflix and etc., all the big boxing stuff, are the wacky things. Jake Paul versus someone. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and
it's fair.
Yeah, and wrestling is not that yet. Because look at the main events for each show, right? It's Roman Reigns and CM Punk, and it's Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, and featuring Pat McAfee. Maybe Jelly Roll will get involved. Maybe we'll see Lil Yachty.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like the focus is the talent. It's the pro wrestlers. It's not the outside forces. That's the focus, which is great, and that's how it should be. But I'm just saying they don't need to go to dip into the outside well because they already have a lot of people that can help bring you to the dance within a few years. But anyway,
because
yeah,
WWE has the best roster in the world. You would think they wouldn't need to rely on so many outside attention. It's like
that's the thing that they're not. That's the thing. They're not relying on it too much. But again, adding Pat McAfee to this thing, it just confuses people, and it's just like you're adding something to your recipe that you didn't need. It's like you have a well finished chocolate cake and you put mud on it.
Yeah, no, let's just put honey mustard in this shit. Fuck it, right?
Yeah,
people like honey mustard.
Put hot sauce on it. Fuck it, it's okay.
Yeah, fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like oh god.
But I'm still very excited for the show. I think it's going to be great. I'm going in with optimism because just look at the card. It looks great. So we'll see.
Oh God. Godspeed.
Right. Yeah.
Godspeed.
All right. We'll wrap it up. It's the Wrestling Caucus. I'm Peter A.
I'm Smiley Ariaga.
And you can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. We're on socials at the Wrestling Caucus on Instagram. We're also on YouTube. You can subscribe to that. The link is in the description. And we'll be back recapping the whole weekend of WrestleMania. Later days.